It's currently about 11:18 a.m. I woke up a couple hours ago. I don't know. I think I woke up around 7 a.m. I've been telling myself, saying to myself, how come I can't get up in the morning? Well, I mean, I can wake up in the morning, but how come I just can't walk out the door in the morning? Why can't I leave the house during like the afternoon hours? So I'm about to go for a quick walk. I won't be doing any driving till maybe later on today. But I do want to go for a quick walk just around the block. I haven't really ate anything this morning. Just some bread. That's pretty much it. But I do want to go for a quick walk. Just around the block, maybe like a 5-10 minutes walk. Just to be able to go outside. Like I mentioned, I haven't gone outside around this town ever since summer was over. So that's about a month now, actually. I think maybe 3 weeks or something. But I haven't left my house in the AM hours for for the longest time, and I'm not too sure why. But I know my anxiety is really, really high around this time of the day. Especially the morning. Because once you wake up, you feel anxiety, you feel all these symptoms, all these sensations. You ask yourself, even though you don't think you ask yourself, but in your mind, you start thinking like, okay, how's my anxiety gonna be like as soon as I wake up the next day? For me, I get it at the middle of the night. When I'm sleeping, before I sleep, I'm like, okay, I wonder how the next day is gonna be. Then the next day, you're gonna start wondering, okay, I wonder how today's gonna be, and then you're back in that cycle. So, I think that's why it's hard for me to wake up in the mornings. I mean, I can wake up, but I think that's why it's hard for me to like actually get off the bed because I'm sitting there asking myself, I wonder this, I wonder that, I wonder if this and that. But all those stuff that I wonder, just makes it harder for me to actually want to get off the bed. But during the afternoon, and then later evening, I'm like, okay, it's time for me to get up and go because then I'll have anxiety about should I go now or should I go later? Because like every time I say 5 more minutes, 5 more minutes, that 5 minutes ends up hours later. So that's what I don't want to do. I'm trying to say, as soon as I get up, and the sun is out, or if it's cloudy or whatever, if once I wake up and I'm fully awake, I should just open the door and just walk right out. And even if I'm just going for like a quick 5-10 minutes walk, I should just do it and get it over with. But I shouldn't do it because I'm telling myself I have to do it. I should do it because I want to do it. But yeah, I'm about to head out right now. Okay, so I made it out the door. I wanted to know if anyone else ever felt this way. You're like, okay, I can do this. I can open the door. First step is to go near the door. Second step to open the door. Third step is to walk past the door, and then the next step will be getting on your legs and just walk off. Right now I just got my shoes on, and then once I put my shoes on, I can my thoughts are like, okay, do you really want to do this? And of course I do want to do this. If I don't, why would I be outside? But sometimes I still get those thoughts like, okay, let's regroup. Let's think about should we do this? And then I'm thinking to myself, what am I doing besides putting my shoes on and going for a walk? But cause with anxiety, you like, but this could happen, that can happen, and then you feel the symptoms creeping up on you. For me, I can feel my head feels strange. It gets heavy. I get lightheaded. My stomach right now feels like it's knotted. I feel like I had to vomit and whatnot. But I'm still gonna go for the walk because I've been telling myself I need to get up and leave the house, like during the AM hours, and that's what I'm gonna do. The more I regret doing it, the harder it is for me to actually want to get up. You know, besides in the in a week or two, I can't leave my house around you know 5 6 p.m. like I used to because it'll be completely dark, and then if I try to record it, and then won't be able to see anything. So I'm trying to get used to being out in the mornings, at least during the early afternoon and not late afternoon or late evening or even in the middle of the night. So other than that, I'm about to go for the quick 5 10 minutes walk.
All right. Thank you very much, Carlos. Great.
So I just got home from my walk. Like I said, I was only going to go for five, 5 or 10 minutes. I only went for like 6 minutes. My stomach was bothering me, but it didn't really get to me. I was just, I don't know. You can tell I'm really tired. And it is pretty. It's gonna get hot later on in the day. It's gonna be like in the 90s, and it's not even summer, but it's like. But then again, I live in California, so you know, it gets like that even during winter. Well, I also noticed like my eye floaters, they're not as bad as they used to be. I mean, they're still there. Either that, I haven't really paid too much attention to those eye floaters. I think I always had them even before I had anxiety, but you know, when I didn't have anxiety, I didn't really pay too much attention to them unless like driving and the sky is like completely blue and then I'm just looking at the view of like the ocean or something, then I notice them. And then this thing flies annoying me. But other than that, when I went for work, it feels pretty good. Even though I was like a little off balance, my stomach was bothering me, but it feels good. Just not letting your mind stop you. If your mind is telling you one thing, it's because you let your mind control you so much that you don't know you don't know when to stop letting it get to you. You know, like for me, I think the more I let my mind take control over me of what I can and what I can't do, it started it started to get to me to the point that I use my what if thoughts to push my limits. My thoughts tell me you're not going to go out the door. I'll go out the door and then I'll say to myself, I just went out the door, nothing happened. And then my mind will say, you went out the door, but are you going to go walk away from your own house? Then I'll just walk to my neighbor's house. Then my mind be like, okay, can you walk farther? And then I'll start walking off, and then those thoughts will slowly just go away. The more the sooner you allow yourself to overcome those thoughts and not be so scared of them, the sooner they leave you alone. I kind of use that as I use it to push my limits. I mean, if my thoughts tell me I can't do that, and at first I'm like, yeah, you're right, I can't do that. So the more I do it, the more I let my negative thoughts get to me, um, the worse I got. It's because you're getting worse because you're letting your thoughts control you. That's what happened to me, and now I'm doing better because my thoughts are not controlling me 24/7 like they used to. I mean, don't get me wrong, I still get those moments of letting my thoughts control me, but then I snap out of it, you know. So now if I'm like looking at my car like I am now, I don't feel panicky. I don't really have those much flashbacks as I used to. Before I would look at my car, instantly have a flashback of my panic attacks while I was in my car. Now I can just look at it. I mean, I'm not driving it yet, but I still go inside, sit down for 5-10 minutes, and I'm okay. But like I say, it's a nice day outside. I haven't ate lunch yet, so I'm about to eat my lunch and go for a drive later on in the day. Um, it feels good being outside, you know, even though sometimes our mind tells us one thing, like we can't be outside this long, something's gonna happen. But you look around, then you see other people going outside, and you think to yourself, like, nothing happened to them. What's gonna happen to you if nothing happens to them? So sometimes you just gotta think um, about your surroundings. Like, okay, there's hundreds of people that live in, the same street you live on. You see them going outside, nothing happened to them. What's going to happen to you? If something that you think is going to happen to you, why won't it happen to them? So just think about that, and then you would tell your mind like, okay, nothing happened to them, and nothing will. I mean, something can happen to you inside your house. You never know. So, would you rather be outside and something happens and then someone can help you, or would you be rather be stuck inside your house and no one can see you? So just think about that. Um, Another thing that helps me is when, like I say, my what if thoughts, I use that to push my limits. If you don't push your limits, if you let your thoughts push you back, your safe zone would be from your house into just your bedroom, because that happened to me before. I could go to my living room, my kitchen, stuff like that. I felt fine, but I couldn't leave the front door. After that, I felt anxiety even worse, and I couldn't even make it past my family room. I couldn't even go to the kitchen because the kitchen would lead me to the backyard. And I couldn't do that. But now, walking around my house, and what else? See, your thoughts can control you, but you know, it's telling you something. It's telling you all this thing is because something that you're letting it get to you. And for me, I got tired of it, so I told my thoughts, I'm gonna do what you say I can't do, and then it helped me. And then if it can help me, it can help you. Whatever your beliefs are, like you can't do this, you can't do that. You just have to try. Cause if I didn't try, I would have been stuck in my bedroom, you know, not knowing what the outside world looks like, what it smells like. I mean, I can look out my bedroom window, but that's not gonna do me any good. I want to be outside. I want to get the fresh air. And if you can't leave your house, at least just go to your go outside your house. All you gotta do is go sit down on the curb or something. For me, I have a bench outside my house, so I just sit there. You know, just sit there, close the door. You don't have to lock it, but as long as you're outside, once you're outside for a few minutes, you get used to it. So I got used to coming outside. The more I get used to being outside, my brain stops telling me, you need to hurry up and get inside. Is because your brain is just overprotecting you, because the more you fear something, the more you don't want to do it. Your mind will be like, yeah, you're scared of it. So once you get scared of it, your mind kicks in and says, okay, let's listen up. You're scared to be outside. Don't go outside. It's because you created that thought of going outside. Something's gonna happen. So if you go outside, your brain is gonna kick in and say, go back inside before this and that happens. And if you don't listen, you start getting dizzy, you start getting headaches, you start getting all these symptoms, all these sensations. It's because your brain is telling you that you don't want to be outside. So in a way, you program your brain to be this way. So you should be able to tell your brain, hey, I program you this way to protect me, but overdoing it, and you're overdoing it. So let's stop reacting to something. So the more you reprogram your brain to not be scared of whatever you were scared in the first place, your brain will listen and it will just slowly calm down, and then you won't feel these symptoms, these sensations. And you know, I think that's what medication is supposed to help with. It's just like a bandage. It'll stop you from having those thoughts, and once you stop having those thoughts, you will stop having these symptoms, sensation. But for me, I don't take medication because I feel like it's just gonna stop for a couple hours, and then once your medication wears off, you're back to having anxiety again. So for me, I'd rather stop it by reprogramming my thoughts without medication. But other than that, I'm about to head back inside.